to understand the direction, we need to clearly understand two things. Okay,
Okay.
first is the levels. Okay, levels. So when I see the levels, what it means? It means you need to understand A and V and gap levels clearly. Okay, A,
Okay.
V and gap levels. So
Mm.
if you look, if I believe you already know what is A and V level, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is what level,
It's a V level.
and this is what level.
That's an E level, yes.
That's the A level, right? A level, and we call this what?
Gap. There
Gap.
are gaps.
Those are the gaps, right? Those are the gaps. So that means the first thing is clear, like level is clear. We have A, V, and gap level. Next, what we need to understand, which is fresh and unfresh level. Do you have any question regarding the fresh and unfresh level?
I think I know it, but you can tell it really shortly.
Right. Think about like it's a virgin candle, never touched. If it is touched, it become unfresh. Okay.
Okay.
So the question is, let's say, what you have on here
It's an E level.
is an A levels. Is it fresh?
E, so yes.
What happened on here?
Okay, so there's a week, and then make it unfresh.
Unfresh. So now once again, if you see on here, is it fresh again?
At that moment, it's not fresh because there's a week, and
Right, right. Clear? Is it clear now?
yes,
So
okay,
basically,
got it.
your fresh and fresh level is also clear. Okay, fresh and
Yes,
fresh
okay,
level
okay,
is clear.
okay.
So now what we are going to do, we are going to talk about the directional process. Okay, as I said, we need to know two things mainly. One is A level, V level, and gap level, and then the is it fresh or not. Okay. After
Okay.
that, we are going to use a rules. Okay, we are going to use a rules.
Oh,
Okay, rules. So what kind of rules we are going to use, which is whatever time frame you pick. Okay, whatever time frame you pick. Let's say you are picking monthly. Okay, monthly.
okay.
So we are going to use a rules which is the time frame will reject time frame fresh level. Okay.
Okay.
So what we know so far, which is time frame, means whatever time frame direction you want to identify. Okay. So it
Mm.
could be monthly, it could be weekly, it could be daily. Okay. Even it could be
Okay.
interday as a H4. Okay, H4 as interday.
Okay.
So we are going to replace the time frame with the whatever time frame we are going to choose. Okay.
Uh,
Second thing we need to know, as I said, the levels. Okay. So when I says the levels, it could be A, it could be V, or the gap, right?
okay.
Then what we need? We need to know the level we are talking about. It should be what? Fresh. You got it?
Mm.
It should be fresh. And once we identify that, then we will look for what? Rejection. So that's the rules or clause, whatever you say, we are going to apply in the chart. You understand, boss?
Okay. Mm.
So at the very beginning, I want you to understand two things. Like when I says A and V and gap, to me, every gap is not important when we go to the lower time frame. Okay, when we go to the lower time frame, when I says the lower time frame, it could be H4 and sometimes it could be daily. Okay,
Mm. Okay.
remaining weekly and monthly, every single A and V is important for us. Okay, every single A and V with gap also. Clear?
Okay.
With the gap also. So now if you look at here, which is we have A, we have V, we have V, and then all of them are gap. Okay,
Okay.
all of them are gap. Now, question is what time frame we are in?
We have monthly.
We are monthly. So what I say is about monthly, every single level is important. It could be A, it could be B, and it could be gap also, is it?
Okay.
So first rule says what we have done. We identified our time frame, isn't it? We identify our time frame. Then we find out our what levels, right? Levels.
Yeah.
Our time frame is monthly, and the level we are marking as our monthly gap, as we do not have any fresh level in here, is it? As we do not have any fresh level, sorry, not fresh level, any A or V level in here, but we have the gap level. So we are marking all the gap because this from here to here it is too far. So
Yeah.
basically we want to see some pre market. Then we will talk about the very recent market, what's going on with the recent market also.
Okay.
So this is the gap, and all of them are fresh. So and then so if you look if you look at here, if you look at here, you are going to see something which is we identified the time frame, right? We
Yes.
our identified time frame is done, our level is done, and the fresh level is also done. Okay, fresh level
Okay.
is also done. Now if you see what we need now, reject means rejection we need, right? We need
Yes.
the
Okay.
rejection. We need the rejection. So now we are going to wait for the rejection. Okay, so what we see here, the rejection is complete, is it?
Yes.
The rejection is complete. So basically all the rules that we are going to follow and we said about it is done, right? It's done.
Okay.
Now what? Okay, now what? So now look, we are going to use this as a criteria, like let's say, so whatever we have done so far, if you look, we have the gap level, right?
Yes.
We have the gap level. Those are the bullish gap. Okay, bullish gap. It could be same for a V level also, right? V level also,
Okay. Yeah.
as
Okay.
we are looking for a buy side rejection. So we have identified the gap and we see the rejection. So there is a part you need to understand, like in this particular example that we have seen a little bit earlier, the rejection happened with the immediate candle, right? The immediate candle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it takes time, a lots of time to reject it, okay, to get
Okay.
the rejection from here. So the rejection, so let's say you have the market and it come back here and it gives you the rejection, you see, gives you the word rejection, okay, rejection.
Okay.
And the rejection color is not matter, like what kind of color you're seeing,
Okay.
it could be green, it could be red, okay. And
All
also
right. All right.
the time frame is you select for the labels as a fresh labels, the rejection should be the same time frame. So if your
Okay.
fresh level is
Okay.
the monthly, your rejection should be in the monthly, okay, should be in the monthly.
All right.
The second part is once your rejection is done, I suggest, normally it's once you become an expert, this is not needed or mandatory. I suggest you mark the rejection candle, okay, as a vertical line, as a vertical line. Why it is important? Like you will see, like this is the time frame we're talking about as a monthly, right? As a monthly candle.
Yeah.
So every month has for 5 weeks, is it? Every month has for 5 weeks, isn't
Yes.
it? So normally the candle will mark automatically in the first week of the month, first week.
Yeah.
So maybe the rejection is not happen at the first week. It could be in the second week, it could be in the third week, it could be in the fourth week, right?
All right.
So just remember this part now, and later we are going to talk about it, okay?
Okay.
So now, what we say is, once your rejection is identified, you go to one time frame lower. So if it is
Uh,
monthly, where you will go? You will go to weekly, right?
yes.
And once you go to the weekly, you need to see where, which candle is first time touch. What it happened? What the word I said? Touch in here first. Okay,
Okay.
touch. Now this touch has two words. It could be rejection, it could be breakout. You understand my
Okay.
point? It could be
Yes.
rejection, it could be breakout. So it doesn't matter for us because the rejection already happened on there. We are looking for the touch, like when it touched a fresh level at the very first
All
time.
right. Okay.
Okay, very
Mm-hmm.
first time. So it could reject it from here, it could maybe break out also. Okay, we may see the
Okay.
breakout also, doesn't matter. So remember what I said about the vertical line?
Yes.
The vertical line could be like, as I said, you mark this vertical line, it could be here because this is the starting of the
Yeah.
week,
True. True. Mm-hmm.
right? Starting of the week. So what you need to do, you just remove it from here to here or adjust it to here, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you look for the immediate, like this A level, this A level, this A level, there are few A levels. So you look for the immediate one, okay? You mark it as a levels and you have the vertical line now, right? Here. Whatever
Yes. Yes.
level it created here, we call it as a internal structure. We call it this part as a external structure, okay? Our
Okay.
concern is not in the internal, our concern is the external structure, okay? So when
Okay.
you see this particular A level, which is the what, which is the recent A level as a
Yes.
high, whatever you call it, as a high boss, whatever you call it, okay? You
Okay.
need to see this particular high, like once you mark this need to be break out with a body like this, okay?
Okay.
Body
Okay.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
Once the breakout is done and it's confirmed, you can say like the market is, although already was bullish, but it will continue as more bullish. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So far what it says, you have a gap level and you have the rejection, remember?
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
we are going to talk this, we don't need this two level now because we already have the fresh, we have the rejection. So what I says, what you
Okay.
need to do, you mark the candle
So
as for better understanding, right? Better
yeah.
understanding.
Yeah.
So you go to the weekly and you see what it says. This particular line was marked on here, but I said this is
Okay.
not the rejection candle. If you look, this is not the rejection candle or the touching
True.
candle. The touching candle was in here. As I
Yes. Yes.
said, when you see the touching candle, it could be rejection, it could be breakout, whatever it is, we do not care.
Okay.
We once we identified that, we said we adjust the line from here to here, okay?
Okay.
Then we mark the A level, immediate one, right? Because this is the recent high.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah.
If the market break that particular high, if the market break that particular high, we are going to see the market as a bullish structure, okay? And
Okay.
this is what we have as a bullish structure. And then what happened, the market continues to all time high, okay? Market continues to
Okay.
all time high. Is this part clear?
Yes, it's clear. So
Now look, so if you look this area, you're part of superhero now, right?
yes, I am.
So there are few times, you know, nowadays what I do, if you see, like I post the pre-screenshot, like what, where I am buying and what I am selling, right?
Yes.
I also sometimes break down the direction. The last week I give the directional video, like once we started as a bearish, and also I said like once we started as a bullish now, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So what happened in the in this here as a weekly market, like our directional was bullish in the monthly also. You can find it by yourself as I showed you the monthly, okay?
Yes, yes, right.
Now what happened to the weekly, okay? Weekly. Look at this, what we have as a fresh level, right?
Yes.
So market has a tendency to move fresh to fresh, okay? Has a tendency to
Mm-hmm.
move fresh to fresh. So we have another fresh on here, another fresh on here, and if you look, we have a fresh level on here also.
Yes.
These are the few fresh level we have, right? So
True. Yeah.
if you see, we need a rejection. So first, if you look at here, we see a rejection on here. right? We have a rejection on here, right? So
Oh, yeah.
it rejected from a resistance, right? Market is monthly bullish, weekly was so far in consolidation, so we think weekly should be bullish also. Okay, now it rejected from a resistance level, so we go to the one time frame lower where we see the rejection, we see the rejection level on here, right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So where is our immediate A level? This particular area is our immediate A level, B level, sorry, V level, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So if the V level we see any breakout, then what we will say, the direction will shift it to the bearish, right? Instead of that, what we see actually, we see it did not eventually break, right? What happened? It goes to this particular fresh level, this particular fresh level here. So this is not remain as a fresh anymore, right? So we see the market goes to that fresh level. Look at this, that fresh level, okay, that one.
Okay.
And if you mark it on here and go to the daily, so rejection happen on here. This is so far from each other, so still we are going to count it. This is your breakout area, and the breakout
Yeah.
is done on here, right? Done on here.
Yes.
Now it is the fresh and it is also the fresh one. So what I said, it tendency has to move from fresh to fresh. So now the next stop should be here. Okay, next
Okay.
stop should be here. And if you see what happened, the market started to moving from here, okay, and come back to this fresh level, okay. Now think about it like this way. This is your what? Rejected from the fresh level weekly, right?
Yes.
Weekly reject weekly. Go to the lower time frame. This is the rejection. Okay, this is the
Yeah, I
rejection.
see.
That's why it confirms that you are bullish. So
Uh,
now we are heading to basically uh, this as a gap, okay, so which is fulfilled,
yeah, yeah.
and we have this level, okay. So I think we are going to ATH again. So this is how you mark as a weekly direction, you understand, boss? Weekly
Yeah.
direction. Now the same process you can do when the market was here. This was your what?
It's the 11
And
and
the
fresh.
fresh level, right? And this was your what? Fresh, right? And this
Yes.
is also your fresh.
Yeah.
This
Fresh.
is also your fresh, okay. So
Okay.
I'm not marking the gap, okay.
Okay.
So we have this, and we go to the H4 and we see the rejection is here, right? The first touch in here,
Yeah.
and this is the level. If it break, and then we are going
Yes.
to see the all of the fresh level we have. Somewhere we are going to see the market will stop, okay. So when the breakout happen on here, this is where it confirmed that market is going to the bullish. At the same time, if you know, your weekly is already started to giving you the sell signal, right? So now if you see it here, what happened, let me do it again on here. This particular is your fresh, right? Fresh is
Yes.
it? Rejection
Exactly.
happen. Go to the H4. This is the rejection, this is the A level.
Okay.
If the breakout show you something else, then you can decide like the breakout is done on here, right?
Yes.
Then you are going to see what the bullish market, and this is what is happening right now.
Okay.
You understand, boss?
I understand.
So
Very far.
basically now, what I want to say, why I do not give priority to the gap level when I come back to the lower time frame, okay? When I come back to the lower time frame, basically a lot of gap appeared when you see in the lower time frame, right? Too many gap. So I only prefer those types of gap which has like, weak size is same, like this upper weak and bottom week same. See that?
Which one? Like this?
Like you have a candle on here and you have a candle on here, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So your weak size is like this, almost
Okay. Mm-hmm.
identical. This one and that one, you see. So I prefer
Uh-huh.
this and this types of one. See that?
Okay,
That's the
okay.
reason I said this is the level higher market we see as a reaction. You understand?
Okay, okay, I
Okay,
see.
and if you go, this is the example. You can see a loss of time even in the H4, even in the H4. Like you will see, there are so many gap, right? So
Okay,
many
yeah.
gaps. So
Mm-hmm.
I only prefer to those gap which has like upper week and bottom week has the same reaction.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Got it? Got it?
But the E level and P level, they are stronger.
They are stronger, but like when you are watching the monthly and weekly, you choose everything, every single time of it.
Okay, okay, okay. The higher
But
level,
when you
okay.
come back to the lower time frame, you look for the gap. If you want to
E-
check the gap, then you look for the gap. Only those has the upper week and bottom week the same.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yes. Mhm.
Any question regarding this?
Yes. So actually, you showed me the monthly and weekly and daily, and you went to the 4 hour. And do you go lower, like 2 hour, 1 hour, or
Normally,
no?
you can literally play with the 4 hour, 15 minute. Okay,
Really? Also 15
really,
minutes.
really. So that's where you will see. That's where you are going to master it.
So I can also try it on 15 minutes.
No, you cannot now. Just a minute. I want you to welcome here. Just join there. I send you something. There, I
Okay.
have structural breakdown in very details with train line and everything also.
Okay.
So you can join there. You can find it on here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Correct?
Yes, I get it. And I'm just joining.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's an extra kind of course or something.
Yeah, kind of like in more breakdown, like where you can get it
Okay.
in details
Okay.
also.
Wow. Okay. $70, $60 so far.
Okay. So that's it basically, brother, for today.
Okay.
And thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining.
Thank you much.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So
Okay. Thanks.
have a great day.